Hello guys, you're welcome back to our class today on Mathematics Digital Math Tutor. Today we want to introduce algebra, talk about what algebra is all about when it comes to mathematics. Every student of mathematics must have known and seen, questions on algebra. It doesn't matter the class you find yourself, as long as you are from any class from senior primary. Now, what is algebra? Algebra simply means the use of letters to represent values in mathematics. Yes, math is a number subject, but you have seen that sometimes we meet letters combining with numbers in mathematics. So whenever you see such, that is algebra in display. But I'm going to show you there are what we call algebraic expressions and algebraic equations. They are two different things. Whenever you see, for instance, look at A option, 2a minus 5b plus 4. This is just an expression, algebraic expression. S plus 7, algebraic expression. So what is the difference between these and equations? Look at this, 4b plus 7 equals 15. The difference here is that there's an equality sign. And anytime you see anything that has an equality sign, there are two sides of it, this equals this. That particular thing is an equation. So a lot of students don't understand when we say equation. Equation comes about because you have an equality sign. We are saying that the right side is equal to the left side. It's for you to do some substitutions and eliminations to get the value of a variable. Y minus 10 equals minus 3. So it's an equation. But this is not, it doesn't matter how long. You may have a situation in mathematics where you have 2a minus 5b plus 2b plus 4 plus 8 and minus 10 plus 5b plus 8b. It's going to be so long, but as long as there's no equal to, it's still an expression. But you might just have a minus b, a plus 2 equals 5. That's an equation. For the fact, there's an equality sign there. That's taken. Now, when you have either an expression like this or a very simple equation, whatever, we want to tell you what we call each of these terms. For instance, I have something like 8c minus 15. You are seeing 8, you are seeing c, you are seeing 15. That's you are seeing minus 15 because this 15, this is the sign minus. It could be in the positive, it could be in the negative. Like this 8 you are seeing here is in the positive. Do you understand? Now, these three values, 8, c, and minus 15, what do we call each of them and why? Now, this number you see that is standing on its own, alone, minus 15, is not joined with any letter. It's what we call a constant. And do you know why we call it constant? Because anywhere, anytime, every moment of life, from now to the end of the world, minus 15 remains minus 15. It's a constant. It can't change. It remains minus 15. It's on its own alone. So it remains minus 15. So we call it constant. It's constant in value. And that's the idea of calling it constant. Now, what do we call this C? C here, that letter, it may not be C. It could be A, it could be B, it could be anything from A to C. You know, in a lot of mathematics, they use X, S. So a lot of students think that it's all about X. Find X, find X. You can find A, you can find M, you can find Z, you can find Y, you can find P, you can find R. It can be any letter. So whichever letter that I see you are seeing here is called a variable. And the question is, why do we call it variable? Because it varies. If in this particular mathematics today, C at the tail end of the day becomes 15. In another mathematics where you see C, it could be 100 in value. In another mathematics, it could be 1,000. In another mathematics, it could be minus 1. So these numbers can vary. So because they are letters representing values, they don't have a static value. They can be anything. That's why the last mathematics you saw, they asked you to find X. You got X as minus 4. The one you solved 2 days ago, X was 17 for you. The one you are solving now, you discover your answer is 8. These values varies, and that's why we call them variables. And anytime you see an algebraic equation and you see a variable, without being told in examination, you are finding the value of that variable, because that's what matters to us. We know the value of this. We know this, what that this is 8. We know that this is minus 15. So what we want to know is the value of this unknown figure here, the variable, that letter. And that's algebra for you. So for students of mathematics, if you meet any algebraic equation in an exam, you don't need to wait for examiner to say, find the value of C. When they say AC minus 15 equals 25, or whatever they call it, equals 28, equals 20, whatever, equals 14. You don't need to ask, what am I looking for? You are looking for the value of C. So these are basic understanding of algebra. Now, this 8 attached, any number attached to that particular variable is called a coefficient. It's what gives that variable some strength, the coefficient of C or the variable. And that's part of what will manipulate or determine the value that particular variable will even give at the end of the matter. It's very important. Now, look at this particular example here, s plus 7. S plus 7. Now, this algebraic expression, from here, if I ask a math student now, which one is the constant? 7 is the constant. X is the variable. What about the coefficient? Because every algebraic expression must have the coefficient, the variable, and the constant. So here, what is the coefficient? A lot of students will say, we don't know it. There's no coefficient. Hey, man, there's a coefficient. And the coefficient is what? 1. Yes, it's 1. The reason why we didn't write 1, because whatever is 1 is just like the same. 1 times anything is that same thing. So anytime you see a letter standing alone, anything standing alone, believe that that thing is standing with 1. So the coefficient of this particular algebraic expression is 1. The coefficient of s here is 1. The variable is s, and the constant is plus 7. That is 7 itself. So this is the basic knowledge you need to have when it comes to algebra, algebraic expressions and algebraic equations. I guess you've got something from this. Please, if you have really got something, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you are watching on Facebook or TikTok, follow us. Share your views, make your comment, ask us questions. In fact, you can put up a question and ask us to solve that for you. In our next class, we're going to solve that. So just feel free with us. Share this video. And if it makes sense to you, please give it a thumbs up. We should stop here now. Thanks for watching.